Well, hello, good evening, and thank you so much for joining us for episode 11 of Waterdeep Dragon Heist, hosted by Variant Roles. I'm Eugenio Vargas. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm also known as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands, from the actual play podcast, The Last Refuge. Let us go around and introduce everybody else for this evening, all of our players. Let's start with Allison. How are you, Allison? Hi.
I'm good. I play Annie Belroth-Kama, the half-orc barbarian who tells others not to go in head first, but charges in herself, and me and my character use she, her pronouns.
Fantastic. Jonathan, hi there.
Hey, I'm Jonathan Cox. I play Rocky, Rilgar Kvarnamarki, with he, him pronouns, and I'm the one who's usually right after Annabelle trying to hold her back and protect everyone else.
Considering how fast you are, it's amazing that you succeed as infrequently as you do at that.
Those damn initiative rolls.
That's right. Next, but Stephen, how are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm Stephen Rowe. I play Rowan Tossgobble Porchbot. There's a hyphen between Tossgobble and Porchbot. He's a halfling bardlock, although he prefers the word hin. Both of our pronouns are he, him. And I also play Annie Hasha, Rowan's infamiliar. Her pronouns are she, her.
Yeah. And next up, Max. Hello.
Hey, Max, he, him. Theron, my Eladrin is they, them, and they are the party's healer and blaster and general nuisance.
And since Stephen introduced Antihasha, I feel like we'd be remiss to not introduce Roadkill.
And the little mouse Roadkill that occasionally pops up with an attitude.
Yes. I love it. Last but most certainly not least, Alex. Hello, my dear.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alex Gaston. I use she, her pronouns, as does my character Silme, our silver-skinned tiefling troublemaker, who hopefully will be getting in some more trouble today. And excited, ready to get going.
Hopefully we'll be getting into some more trouble. Your wish is my command.
Yay.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. This is our penultimate week of sessions here on Variant Roles for Dragon Heist. It's this week, and then next week will be the finales. My guess is that most of you who are watching either live with us or on YouTube have probably seen earlier episodes, but just in case, we are one of 4 teams that are concurrently running Waterdeep Dragon Heist. All of the 4 teams are running separate adventures that are somehow interconnected, and as we reach the close of this adventure, we're going to find out more and more about how they are in fact connected. The other teams run on Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday afternoon, so be sure to check them out as well. We'll be talking more about those times at the end of tonight's episode. But on with business for this crew. So last week, our friends were led on quite the chase after a mysterious figure who they believed was carrying the Stone of Golorr, an artifact that can bestow the knowledge of the location of a great horde of gold dragons, the coin, not the creature, and the item that apparently caused our party a lot of grief over the past few weeks. After a surprisingly violent encounter with a butcher, an alleyway ambush by some bugbears, a thrilling rooftop chase across the trades ward, and the invasion of a theater that had a show going on inside of it, you fucking heathens. The adventurers tracked the stone to Yellow Spire, an apparently abandoned tower in the castle ward. Their attempts at stealth as they entered the building left something to be desired, however, and as they climbed the stairs to the top level of the tower, they found a group of devotees of Bane ready and waiting for them. And that's where we are starting tonight, with a priestess and 4 acolytes, 3 flying snakes all surrounding and squaring off against you all, with a human man shackled to the floor and gagged, sitting just behind the priestess. So, let's roll initiative.
Yeah.
All right. Let's start with you, Theron. What'd you get?
21.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sil.
I got a 19.
All right. Sil.
Yeah. Finally.
Rocky.
16.
All right. Rocky. Annie.
14.
And last but not least, Rowan.
8.
Oh.
In order.
Okay.
We're so organized.
Asha goes with you. Well, Rowan, if it makes you feel any better, you're not last in the initiative order.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Snake number
All right.
7.
The dude on the floor.
So,
It's the dead guy.
You all come up, and there is just barely. So I know Annie was first up the spiral staircase that's sort of in the center of this tower. Rocky, were you directly behind her?
I forget what we established, but that seems reasonable.
That does to me too. Who was behind Rocky?
I was ready to go.
Okay, great. So Theron was right behind Rocky, behind Theron.
Probably me.
Okay, and then Syl bringing up the rear.
Sure.
Great.
I don't remember. I feel like I was closer to the front.
Yeah,
Cool.
you can be in front of me if you want. I'll be in the back. I'm the slowest. I'm probably in the back.
That's true.
Where's
We'll
Hasha
just
in
be-
this
Little
one?
How
hind
about
legs.
this? We'll be side by side. I'll be
Hasha,
like right next to you.
Okay.
let's put Hasha on Silmay's shoulder as a
Great.
raven.
Ooh.
Great, absolutely.
Hasha, rub my leg
Okay,
on my arm,
so
please.
the first three of you, so Annie, Rocky, and Theron, Annie and Rocky, you just have enough room to get up the stairs and sort of step off of the staircase. But these 5 Bay Knights are pretty close to the staircase, sort of all the way surrounding it. So Theron, you're at the top of the stairs, standing on the top of the stairs. Syl and Rowan, you're still a few steps down, waiting for your chance to pop up onto this level. So Theron, you are up first, and you see that you are in fact surrounded.
Are there anyone directly on me right now, or do I have space?
Not directly on you. You've got a little space because you're still in the spiral staircase stairwell in the center of the room. Rocky and Annie have stepped off, just off to the side of the staircase, and then the Bay Knights are all surrounding you. So they're probably like maybe 10 feet from you.
Okay. Whoops, wrong tower. Guiding bolt.
At whom?
At the center of the woman that I had followed to the tower the night
Okay,
before.
so at the at sort of the woman that you followed there, who seems to be sort of the leader of these priests and acolytes of Bane.
Yeah, and it's 15 plus 6
Okay,
for 21.
so actually, before you attack, I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Am I good at these? No, I'm not.
Nobody's good but Rocky at wisdom.
15.
15, I think, is fine, but let me double check. Yes, okay, so you can take the attack as normal. And what was the attack roll?
The attack roll was 15 plus my 6, 21.
All right, so that hits.
Right, and
Get it?
that's
See?
5d6. I don't think I have that many. Wait, okay, there we go.
A streak of light comes flying from Theron and strikes the woman right in the chest.
9, 10, 11,
4.
13, 17 damage.
17 damage. She lets out a cry. She was prepared for you all to arrive, but not for that to be the start of combat. All right.
No subtlety,
Annie-
no chill.
Annie, I mean, you are Summer Theron right now, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. What else, Theron? Anything else?
I'm going to step back and be out of the way because I know Annie's not
All right,
going
so
to wait.
you'll step up, and there is just room for you to sort of step off of the staircase and up onto this level. Theron Syl and Rowan, you all, as you climb the stairs, sort of realize that there's not a lot of room at this point for you to step off without somebody getting shoved out of the way. That said, it is Silmay's turn.
All right. I hear a commotion and I am ready to go. Can I no, I don't know. Can I just slide in through somebody's legs or something, or do
Your friends are a little bit in the way, so you can definitely make it over to one of the Bay Knights to make a melee attack if you want, but I'm going to need you to make an acrobatics check to sort of get through there without getting hung up on one of your friends. Uh-oh. You are a rogue, lady. I'm trying to help
and
you
I have dice. Who
by
can-
making you make dexterity checks.
No, do I get them with advantage because I'm really cool?
No.
Well, then that's a 1.
Okay, so you definitely trip over I think probably Annie's leg and just fall prone onto the ground. I will let you make your attack rolls, but they are going to be at disadvantage.
All right. That's a 4.
Okay, that's gonna. And who
Well,
are you
that's
attacking?
1. I don't know.
I only need to know so that I know who you're in proximity to. Who did you attempt to attack?
Who was I in proximity to?
I mean, you can choose who you want to.
Question: if I was going for her, she's got guiding bolt. Wouldn't it have just been a normal roll?
No.
That is true.
But
So
she
we'll
wasn't
say that those two rolls were your first attack. Oh wait. So that first roll was a what?
It was a 4, so it just
Okay,
would have been a normal.
So
it
that one
would've
missed. But now you get to roll one. Oh, I guess it doesn't matter because you rolled a 1 on the second one, didn't you?
No, I rolled a 10. Well,
Oh.
because I rolled twice.
Right. Okay. So
But I
that
have
what was the
to do
second
that.
time you? What was the second roll? Was it 10?
I haven't rolled the second round yet because I just rolled the 2 for the first attack.
Oh, did you roll them together? Let's just start over. Roll one die. Roll 1 die for your first attack. We're gonna pretend none of that happened.
And that is 13.
13 does not hit. It is very close. She clearly under her priestess robes, she has some armor, some metal armor on, and your scimitar sort of clangs up against that. But you can take your second attack. This one is at disadvantage because she no longer is glittering.
Is at disadvantage.
Yes.
And out goes the plan.
Well, that's a 2. So I don't think I'm gonna do any better than
So
that.
you get tangled up. Annie tries to help you and like right you, but it ends up just sort of getting in the way of your sword arm. It's just not going well. Okay.
I need new dice.
But we've been saying that for weeks.
I know.
There are 3 flying snakes sort of arrayed around this circle, and they sort of dive bomb you all. So let's see. One of them is going to go after Rocky, and holy gods, that's a 24 to hit.
I think that'll work.
But just barely, right?
Let me just check.
barely.
Yeah.
Double check on
one
that.
less. It would have. If it wasn't that tie goes to the attacker thing. Okay, so that does 1 piercing damage and 7, 8 poison damage to you. So a total of 9 damage altogether as one of them sinks their fangs into you. Another one is going to go after Theron because they're the one that attacked. That's a 17 to hit you, Theron.
That just manages to hit.
All right. So that is 1 piercing and 3, 4, 5 poison for a total of 6 damage. And the third and final one, I think, is going to go after Silme because that shit's funny. That is a 24 to hit as well.
Yeah, just a little.
1 piercing and 7 poison for a total of 8 damage
Can I hellish rebuke?
as well. You can Hellish Rebuke.
Hellish rebuke.
So I believe they have to make a dexterity save.
They sure
And
do.
that's a natural 1, so turnabout's fair play.
Tens.
Yep, roll that. There is very little chance that this snake is not going to get completely immolated right now.
6, 11 points of damage.
Yeah, so it bites you, and you basically just like grab it around the neck, and fire just erupts into your hand and burn this thing to cinders. And that snake is very gone.
I took 7 points, right? 6
You
points
took
of poison.
8 altogether.
8. 8 damage. Okay. Shit.
Alrighty.
I don't look.
Rocky, you are up.
Okay.
There is a flying snake hovering near you, and one near Theron, and otherwise the priests of Bane, the devotees of Bane, are all arrayed like they were before.
Okay. Yeah, so I want to kind of move up onto the landing as much as I can.
Yeah, you can sort of
Kind
move
of
in, make a
clear
little
some
room.
space behind me.
Mhm.
And then I will try to smack this snake that just took
Yeah.
away.
That feels like a reasonable thing to do.
Yeah. It's a 21 to hit.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, I think that'll work. Okay. With a whopping 5 damage.
That is, so you grab it and just like you snap it like a whip and break it fine, and that one goes down as well. It's just a little snake.
Yeah.
All right.
Little
Anything
snake
else,
snake.
Rocky?
Am I close enough to do a flurry of blows at a cultist here?
Yeah, you could definitely move over to one of the cultists. Absolutely.
Okay, then I would love to do that.
Good. Do me a favor, since we haven't established who is where, go ahead and roll a d4 for me, just so that I know which one you're attacking.
You said a D4?
Yeah. There's
Okay.
four of the regular cultists. I assume you mean one of the like acolytes, not the priestess herself.
Yeah, unless she's within hitting range.
I think just based on like what we've established where you all were standing, the acolytes are probably closer to you.
Sure, no problem.
Okay.
And I got a 1.
Okay, so that means it's this one, which means it is that. Great. Carry on.
All right. Flurry of
panic
blows.
Thinking that
Rolling
you rolled
low.
20.
Rolling low.
I got a 14.
14 actually
on
will
one.
hit.
Okay, great. And then an 8 on the other. So
That's not going to do it.
Yeah, not so much.
Not so much.
Okay, so boom. And that's going to be 7 to damage.
All right.
And they're going to fall down unless they make a DC 13 dex save.
All right. Dexterity save. They do fall down.
Okay.
And they also, you notice them, like, as you hit them, they look a little surprised, and then they very quickly, like, murmur some words and look like they're trying really hard to concentrate on something.
Nice.
And it looks like they're able to get their focus back.
We'll fix that soon.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Get him.
All right. It is the priestess's turn, and she is going. She like still like is sort of like touching herself where the guiding bolt just absolutely burned the shit out of her. So she doesn't look real pleased about that. So she is going to murmur a prayer, and you see this sort of black light emanate from her hands and sort of begin to heal that wound.
Touch my body.
Alrighty then. That's not too bad. Plus what? Okay.
Sorry, the ADHD is real today.
All right. She looks significantly better after that little spell casting that she just did. And she is going to Syl, you're next to her, right? Oh, crap. Well, that's okay. That's my fault. She's going to move sort of back a little ways. So, Syl, you can take an attack of opportunity, but I need you to make a wisdom saving throw first, which is what I should have done before you took those other attacks. But that's okay. So it's my fault.
Shoulda, woulda.
We'll say you succeeded on it. So you just find
wisdom
yourself
saving throw is a
Yes.
3. I'm not very wise.
You find yourself just unable to muster up the desire to attack her as she
You're
steps
so
away.
pretty.
Okay. I need to keep track of this. Okay. All right. Excuse me. So she steps back. Annie, it is your turn.
Yep, I'm going for the priestess lady.
All right.
Get her. Get her.
None of the snakes were attacking you, right?
No.
Okay. Go right ahead then. So you get over and up to her.
But I also rage.
Yes.
So I'm going to just swing with one of my hand axes here. So
Absolutely.
natural 20.
Oh,
Hey.
all right. That's not going to go
She's
well for her.
balancing me out, man.
I think she healed herself.
Yeah, so okay, yeah. And then I have 3, 2, and then 1 more because of my half-orcness ability on the critical, right? I do.
Yes. So it's going to be 3D. What are you using? Hand axes? 6?
Yeah. So I got 9 damage total.
Okay.
Little low.
Not bad. A little low.
You,
okay.
you still add your strength if that matters, Annie.
Yeah,
Oh,
you add your strength and your rage bonus.
Oh, rage bonus would make it to 11.
2 more, yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I rolled really
Girl,
low.
get it, girl.
All right. Anything else, Annie?
No, since I raged, I can't attack with my other one just
Correct.
yet. So nope, that's
Alrighty.
it.
Okay, Rowan, it is your turn. See, not
Okay.
best.
Well, I have hidden nimbleness, so I can move through medium creatures' squares. So I should be able to get
Correct. So you can get up without any problem. Correct.
So I would like to sleep most of the room. I don't want to get most of my friends. I'll probably have to get Annie since she ran in there. But she's also got a lot. She's
And
also
what's
really tough, so I think she can take it.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot cube.
A 20-foot sphere.
20-foot sphere. So the room itself is really only about 25 feet in diameter.
Yeah. Can I? Yeah. So can I get it like back? Like put half of it against a wall and just get
Sure.
some of them and
Sure.
Annie,
So
just so I'm not getting all of us.
yeah, so you definitely want the priestess, right? The main lady, right? And then as many others as you can. Okay, so I'll say that you're definitely gonna get Annie. And I think you'll get
Are you gonna get me? since
Probably
I'm like-
Syl and maybe Rocky too. Let's say this: you can get all 4 of the acolytes, but you'll also get Rocky, or you can get fewer acolytes and miss out on Rocky.
Okay. I will first heal Rocky with
Okay.
a bonus action.
Okay,
All right.
I love that. I like
So I
where-
will heal him for 6 hit points of damage.
Okay, great.
Okay.
And then I will get Rocky and the acolytes.
Okay, great. All right, so roll up your hit points.
Yes, I will cast as a 2nd level spell.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
Uh-oh.
34 hit points of
Nice.
sleeping.
Very nice. Okay, so let's see. Well, one we'll also say you caught the flying snake because I'm feeling generous. So that snake just falls down.
Mhm.
What was the total you said?
34.
34. Okay. Okay, great. So that snake is asleep. And then doing math. Sorry, give me a second.
Sure.
We're gonna say that instead.
I didn't join D&D to play math.
Then don't cast sleep. Okay.
Barbarian, I'm
So the flying snake falls asleep. One of the acolytes falls asleep. We'll say it's the one that's on Rocky because Rocky also falls asleep.
Mhm.
Oh no! Okay, Annie Hasha will go wake Rocky up.
Great. How does she do that? Because this is gonna be fun.
She'll like fly by and just peck him on the top of the head, like like a nice solid just.
Amazing. Yes. Okay, great. I love that. All right, so Rocky gets woken up, and it is Rowan. It's real weird that Rocky fell asleep.
Yeah, that is super weird.
Cool. You know that you are in tune enough with your spells to know that was very strange.
Yeah.
Okay.
I even healed him.
You did. Okay. It is the acolyte's turn now. One of them is going to run over to her mistress, and her hands are also going to become suffused with black light, as though a little bit less, as she heals her mistress a skosh.
Just a tidbit.
Just a tidbit. Then let's see. So we'll say that was that one. All right. Then the others, let's see. One of them is asleep, so that's not going to change anytime soon. The others are going to cast a prayer up to Bane, and lances of unholy fire are going to come slashing down from the sky. One of them is going to go to Theron. So Theron, make me a dexterity saving throw.
5.
Okay, so it gets you square on the noggin for 7 radiant damage. And the other is going to go for Annie. So Annie, make me a dexterity saving throw.
19.
And so you manage to step out of the way of this dark fire that comes falling from the sky. And that, excuse me, that is the Acolyte's turn. Theron, you are up.
All right, I got a the one that's on me, the snake, is still awake, or?
No, that is the only remaining snake, and it is asleep on the ground.
All right, then I am going to start taking out the ones who are healing their leader. Hate to do this.
All right.
Okay, but first I'm going to go duck myself down because I got Spell Sniper, so I'm going to go where I can just peek over the edge of the steps and
Okay.
snipe from there.
Okay.
And I'm going to... What one would hurt the most?
That's a good question.
At the same time.
I am going to... I'm not even going to pull out the bow anymore. I'm just going to point my face and go pew, and silver streak of energy.
Fantastic.
And,
At whom?
I'm going to pick one at random.
Okay, so I mean, maybe the one that walked over and that ran over and healed her just most recently.
Yeah, the one that's trying to heal her.
Okay, great.
That's a 15 to hit.
That'll do.
Alrighty. And that is a D10. Where
So
are
we've
you?
got spells and fire and things flying all over the place. Oh, hello.
Pew 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 pew.
For 7.
All right. So ducking down and pointing their finger up from the stairwell, a bolt of silver light smacks right in. You said 7?
Zap. Yep.
Smacks right into that acolyte that healed her mistress just now. Silme, you are up.
Okay, I would like to stand up.
Yes, I feel like that's allowed.
Cool. Thank you, gracious
so.
master. I would like to stand up,
All
and
right.
I would like to go and fuck some of these people up.
Okay, who in particular?
I would like to go to
One of them is asleep on the floor, as is a flying snake.
Okay. And then there's 3
And then there are
acolytes.
3 others. Yeah, 3 others, and then the priestess herself.
And then the priestess. I'm gonna go for the priestess.
All right. So I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw then.
throw, Yep.
Yep. Not going to forget this time.
17.
Okay, so now you do get the will to attack her.
And are any of my people around her at all?
Annie attacked her.
Yes, Annie
Is she
yes.
flanked or no?
We don't do flanking here.
God damn it. Well, the first
Not
one's
in these
2,
parts.
so that's not gonna hit.
That's not going to hit, no.
But the second one's a natural 18 with a 22.
Yeah, but you're using scimitars, so it misses? No, I'm kidding. Yes, that hits.
Dude, this computer is about to go through the damn window. It's like, that's not nice. Do I get sneak attack?
Yes, you do.
Okay, so that's my scimitar, which is 3 plus my 2d6, which is, and then other things plus 12 points of damage.
All right. She's not real pleased about that.
Good.
Anything else?
Bonus action disengage.
Excellent. Excellent. Wait, you attacked twice. You already used your bonus action, my love.
No, but
But you're a swash. Are you a swash? No, you're not.
No, but I have 2 weapon fighting.
Yes, but you still have to use your bonus action for the second attack. All that does is lets you add your dexterity bonus to your damage.
Are you punking me?
No, he's right.
Everyone else is nodding at me.
Then I will stay where I'm at.
Really good. All right, the flying snake is asleep, which means that it is Rocky's turn.
Okay, so I am on the ground. I'm gonna go ahead and stand up.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm next to this acolyte that also fell on the ground. I guess they stood up already, right? Or are they? Is he still...
No, they're still asleep.
Okay, then I'm going to do a big old stomp. Right on him.
That feels like a good idea. Go ahead and make that with advantage.
With advantage? Well, I don't know that I need to because I just rolled a crit.
Oh, yeah! All right.
You auto crit anyway because they are unconscious. So
Right,
this
as
is
long
like
as you
a
hit them,
triple
you'll be
double
fine.
crit.
Yeah.
If only.
Quadruple the dice.
With a whopping 1d4. So it's gonna be
2 of them.
Yes. So 6 plus 3, so 9 damage with that crit.
All right, that is enough. However, this one had already been damaged a little bit, so that is enough to knock it down and kill it. So so you just he's asleep, and you just break his neck. You stomp right on it.
Yeah, stomp right on the throat. And then I'm going to try to launch myself and swipe at the next guy. Next person.
Absolutely. Do the thing.
Second key point. Oop. And that's going to be a 17 and a 15.
Those will both hit.
Okay.
Stomps on the neck of this
For
one,
a-
just sort of as an afterthought as he moves over to pummel another one of the acolytes. For
6 and 5.
nice
damage.
So 11 altogether. Very nice. All right. Gonna make a couple of concentration checks, but yes, those are both fine. All right. It is the priestess's turn, and she is not having it anymore. So she is going to raise up a prayer to Bane and all of a sudden, sort of the light in the room darkens a little bit. Excuse me, and when it returns, let's see. I don't remember what. That's okay. We'll say it's a mace. So a black, evil-looking mace that seems to suck in light of its own has appeared and streaks over to, let's see. I think this one's going to streak over actually to Rocky as you mercilessly kill her followers.
Seems fair.
Yeah. And it's going to swing at you. Oh, and turnabout is still fair play, as that is also a crit.
Ooh,
Disadvantage?
Disadvantage because you attacked
I hit her and I raged.
Correct.
And a spiritual warrior
Here, Annie.
flames in front of Rocky.
Guys,
Awesome.
I know that just holding them up doesn't really prove anything, but I promise I didn't.
You double crit.
I double crit.
Wow. Wow. No, he earned that.
Okay, yeah.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah, I
you
can't even be mad about that.
For like all of my rolls for the rest of the session
Holy.
are going to be sub 10. So,
Yeah, probably.
because I'm going to pay for that.
My AC is
Alright.
horrible, so
Yeah. All right. So
Hit
that's
me
fine.
with
It's
it.
just 2d8. Okay. Well, I didn't roll double eights, so that's something. So Rocky, that is, what is her wisdom modifier? It is 3, so that is 13 points of damage. to you.
Okay. I am going to Stone's Endurance.
Mm.
Okay.
And that will negate, 14 of that.
Oh, very nice. All right. So no
So-
damage to you.
whoop whoop.
Yeah, so I think I see it coming towards like Syl or something, and I try to jump in the way.
Yeah.
How about that?
Aw.
I love that. I love that.
Yeah.
All right. Then that was a bonus action. So she is going to once again murmur a quick prayer up to Bane, and another lance of fire is going to come streaking down, this time onto Annie once again. So Annie, make me a dexterity saving throw, please.
4.
4. All right. So that was better. So you take 7 points of radiant damage,
Don't act so
which
happy.
does not get halved,
Don't
unfortunately.
act so happy.
However, Annie, it is your turn to give as good as you got.
And I'm going to attack with both of my axes.
I'm
here.
shocked to hear it.
One's a dirty 20 to hit. The other one is a 14 to hit. Just the priestess lady.
The 14 does hit.
Okay, so they both hit.
They do.
One is going to be 9 damage. And the other
Okay.
one's going to be 5 damage. Wait,
She does
7. So I forgot the rage damage. So
She does not
9 and
look
7.
good. She's sort of wishing that she had healed herself, but hindsight's 2020. All right. Annie is pissed, and it is Rowan's turn.
All right. Rowan is going to kind of back off a little bit and then cast Silent Image to create an image of that creepy tentacle-faced thing that we saw down in the sewer, kind of like hovering creepily up the stairs, with its arms outstretched and tentacles waving as it stares into the room.
Ew.
And then Auntie Hasha is going to flat back over to Silmay's shoulders and give her advantage
Okay, great.
on her next
She
attack.
needs it.
All right.
All
Listen
right.
here.
Am I wrong? It is the Acolyte's turn. Let's see. 2 of them are just gonna see it. So let's see what they. So one of them just like turns around and runs for the corner of the room and like cowers in the back because that's absolutely terrifying. The other one's eyes get really wide and it just starts murmuring and casting a spell on itself to try and protect itself. So that one at least isn't going to attack you all. Say that one. Okay. And then the other one is busy attending to its mistress. So it is going to attempt to heal her again. This is a different one because you killed the first one that tried to heal her. Oh, no, you didn't. Okay, so another heal there. All right. Plus is okay. All right. That is the 3 remaining ones of them. Oh, the one that ran off to the corner is going to try and Sacred Flame your silent image, which of course isn't going to work.
It does nothing.
Terrifies him even more.
Yes.
It can't be killed. I don't know.
It's immune to your mortal magics.
Yeah, it is. This guy just looks
Your
like
god means
like
nothing.
wiggle out the arrow slit in his power at this point. Fantastic. It is Theron's turn. Theron, something very odd happens. Well, tell me what you want to try and do first.
Okay, so I'm still down there.
This creepy tentacled creature has just appeared next to you.
It like gives him a tentacled thumbs up.
Pat, pew.
Make me a. Oh, I don't know. All of you.
I'm gonna suck at this no matter what you tell me to do.
Terrible wisdom. Make me a wisdom insight check with advantage because, illusions have happened before.
I didn't hear anything coming up behind me. Oh, okay. I got a 14 and a 20 on each dice. So.
Okay, great. So you get it. You know what's happening. You saw Rowan casting. It's all good.
You tricksy hobbits.
All I can think of is BB-8 with that lighter that comes out for the.
Yeah. It is.
Okay.
It
And
is.
I'll also say you can sort of just because this will make things easier in the future. You can sort of subtly swipe your hand through a portion of it so that it becomes sort of indistinct and transparent, so that it doesn't block your line of sight to anything.
Okay.
As it moves about.
Instead of the finger, I'm just going to switch up, and when I snap my fingers, there's going to be a gong sound, and I'm going to do a Toll the Dead on the...
Great. So right as you raise your hand to snap your fingers, there is a weird flash in the room. The entire tower gets fuzzy and staticky for a minute, and all of a sudden, all of... not your party, but the rest of the creatures in the room, the bodies of the 2 snakes and the acolyte, the other 3 acolytes, the priestess, the one sleeping flying snake, bless its little heart, are gone. On the far side of the room, also the shackled man, who no one seems particularly concerned with, is also gone. On the far side of the tower are 3 children. There's a little human girl. She looks like she's about 10. There's a human boy about the same age, and there's a little tiefling boy. Age hard to determine with tieflings, but the 3 of them are sort of standing in a circle, and one of them is holding something in their hand and just has great big huge terrified looking eyes.
Did my gong go off then or before?
So make me a dexterity saving throw. That's really not at all what this needs to be, but that's what I'm going to say because I want to move forward.
This will be the second worst snap to happen in 2018.
Mm-hmm.
14 plus 4. So
what was that? Sorry.
Dexterity 14 plus 4, so 18.
Okay, so you are about to snap and you just catch yourself before you snap.
Okay.
But we are still in initiative and still in combat, so 6 seconds. What do you do, Theron?
Dang, well, to go with my current theme of stealing things from children.
Oh boy.
No, I'm just gonna be frozen. What the hell's going on?
Okay,
I'm gonna heal
absolutely.
myself. I'm gonna heal myself. Bonus action heal.
There you go. You're just like, I don't know what's happening. Make me.
But I
feel
hurt so bad.
better. Silme, you see the same thing. What do you do?
Where did they go?
He just starts slashing at the air.
Where did they
Maybe
go?
they're all invisible.
I'll just look at the kids.
That's what Rocky thinks.
Are you the evil people?
The little boy looks to you and turns around because he hadn't seen any of you. So he turns around and sees you all and lets out a little yelp and just shakes his head.
Well,
I don't trust them.
The girl sort of notices him flinch and turn around, and she begins to sort of sign something at him, and he very nervously, with his hands sort of next to him, signs something back to her.
Do I know what it is?
No, it is not Thieves' Cant.
Okay. I also would like to do a second wind to gain
Okay.
hit
Great.
points
You're all just healing yourselves. I love it. Fantastic.
what's gonna
Rocky,
happen.
what are you doing?
I'm shadowboxing, thinking that they went invisible around me. They've done this before.
Yeah,
This isn't new.
It's impressive to watch, but unfortunately completely ineffectual. I love it though. Annie, how about you?
Yeah, so what? Where are they? Where did they go? They were here. You're seeing them, these guys and the cultists and they had stakes and everything. We were fighting them. Where did they go? And I'm like yelling at the children, like, where did they go?
The poor little boy like wets himself, I think, because you're terrifying. I don't even need you to make an intimidation check. Like, that's horrifying.
I mean, are my axes still like dripping with blood too?
Absolutely they are.
Yep. See?
These kids are going to be scarred for life.
have to give him
Rowan,
something.
how about you?
Rowan is going to make the mind flayer become like a big, cute teddy bear because those poor kids. And then he's going to run into the room and try to comfort them and maybe try some of the sign language that he's learned from going to the Temple of Gond. Like maybe that's what they're doing.
Okay.
So, he only knows like 3 or 4 words at this point, but he'll try all of them. So like bathroom and hi.
The girl shakes her head at bathroom and then at hi like waves back.
Yeah, it's just hi.
Right.
Okay, we started dialogue.
I've learned so much sign language. Okay, so as you turn the mind flayer illusion into the teddy bear, the little boy like demeanor changes immediately. He looks really excited and he reaches into this little pouch that he's got and pulls out this little stuffed owl bear.
Oh.
And he starts to walk over towards the illusion. The tiefling is the one sort of in the back who's holding the item, and his eyes are still really huge, and he holds up in the air this stone that seems to have 3 eyes on it, like carved into it, and just with the biggest, most terrified look on his face says, "It talks."
Oh shit.
And then there's another glitch, another flash of light.
I hate you so much.
And you hear this voice, sort of this deep voice that none of you have ever heard before, sort of come out of nowhere. And come out of nowhere, but also everywhere all at the same time. And the voice says, "No, you idiot. I just said move it along." And there's a flash, and the sort of glitch static goes throughout the room, and the children disappear, and you're back with all of the Banites, but all of them lay sprawled and dead on the floor.
Well, that was efficient.
We have to check the priestess. We have to check the priestess.
I am super confused right now.
The stone was right there. That kid had it.
Maybe it's in her. Maybe I don't know. But jumping back and forth. This is the weirdest it's gotten. Can I rush up and run over to the head priestess without being glitched out of reality?
Yeah, no, everybody, we can be out of initiative, and everybody seems to be in ill health around you, we shall say.
I will. Oh, is the sacrifice sacrificed?
Oh no, he actually is. He's just sitting in the back, eyes wide, clearly like he is terrified at what happened, but he's still chained up and gagged.
Okay, can I go over and take the chains off of him? Pick the lock.
Yes. So you can make so they're locked.
Right,
if you want to
I
try and
figured.
use your thieves tools on them, you can do that.
And that's gonna be my Dex plus proficiency.
Yes.
Natural 19, 24.
That'll do. Yep. Okay, so you're able to unlock them. While Syl is doing that, Theron, you went over to the priestess?
Hasha, can you give me a hand here?
Gladly.
Oh boy, what are you doing?
Well,
Is she dead? Do you want me to make certain?
I mean,
I love
if you eat her and swallow the thing, you're going to have to pass it. So let's at least search her first.
I have questions, but continue.
Same. I'm not going to ask them. I'm going to choose not to ask them.
I don't know demon dining habits, so devil dining habits don't hurt me.
No. I understand, I think, what you're saying.
Okay, so you're like searching her, essentially.
Yeah, I'm glad I rolled with advantage because it was a 1 and a 16.
Oh, that's okay. I mean, we're not in a hurry, so you can take your time and search her. I will let you know what you find in a moment. Annie and Rocky, what are you all doing? Oh, and Rowan, because we did Hasha, but
yes,
not Rowan.
Rowan is going over to help Silme with the individual and try to comfort him because he's still like in nurture mode after the children.
Definitely. Okay. Rocky and Annie.
I'll just be looking over. I guess like making sure that everybody's actually dead, or if any of them are still alive, seeing what needs to happen. I think that's what I'll probably do.
Okay, great. Annie.
Yeah, I'm just standing there with my axes dripping blood going.
Great. Your ancestor spirits have faded away at this point,
Yeah.
so that sort of little moment you have again.
Yes. Yep. I have
Okay, great. So, Theron, you are able to search the robe, the pockets of the robe of this priestess, and you find keys, which probably could be used on the shekels, but that's neither here nor there at this point. You also find that stone that little tiefling boy was holding.
Yes. And then everything goes to shit.
Yeah, well, Rowan and Syl, you all have been able to unlock and free this man, take the gag out, and he is just thanking you profusely. He doesn't look terribly injured. He's got a few bumps and bruises and scrapes, but he doesn't look like he was seriously injured in any way. Just obviously a little shaken up because he was tied up by a bunch of cultists.
Oh yeah, of course. So did you know them, or did they just grab you? Like, how did you get here?
How did you become almost a sacrifice?
Yeah. He said he tells you that I was just walking home last night, and after work, and they grabbed me and they put a bag over my head and they took it off and I was here and they were doing this awful ritual and I can't thank you enough.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll just have to get you to the watch, and they'll take a statement, I'm sure, and get you home nice, safe and sound.
He as he sort of begins to calm down a little bit, and you know your calming dulcet tones, Rowan, sort of help with that. He gets sort of a look in his eye, and he like looks around, and he says, "Have either of you got some parchment and a quill, perhaps?"
Oh yes, always.
So he takes that and he just starts writing furiously, and you can see he seems to be like writing out in shorthand, like what happened to him, and then he starts asking the two of you like your names and where you came. Like he's taking notes on all of this. So he wants to have.
That's great.
And he asks you what everyone else's name is, and
I'm totally into it. Like, I'll get out another quill and parchment and just kind of like go at it like right there next to him. Like, yeah. Oh wow.
Are you
amazing?
Are you a storyteller?
He says, in a manner of speaking, although I would never class myself that way, of course. I'm the editor for the Taj. Have you heard of it?
Have we heard of it?
Probably. It's one of the broadsheets in town. This one is particularly, how shall we say, opinionated. It sort of tends to print primarily like strongly worded rants about all kinds of things in Waterdeep, including politics, of course.
Oh yes, yeah. You guys write all the op-eds.
Yeah, it's just a broadsheet of op-eds. That's all it is.
Okay, so Rowan is like super into it and is going to start using like illusions to demonstrate and show pictures of like what we saw.
Oh, so into
like,
you.
Super into it.
This is great.
Do you two want to be alone?
No, we don't need to be. But we're not bothering anybody, are we? I mean, we could be alone if we needed to be.
It was a joke. What's your name, darling?
He introduces himself to you as I just got rid of his name. He introduces himself to you as
Frank.
what was his name? Frank. Yes, that's his name is 100% Frank. No, his name is Shan Chien.
Oh, Jesus, Mary. Okay, that's a name.
He's so.
I'm gonna start calling him Shingles.
No, let's not. He's
I'm moving over to the arrow slits in the wall.
great. What is everybody's passive perception?
11.
Shit. Utter shit.
That's a thing.
You said words.
10.
Great.
9.
15 for Rocky.
Great. Okay.
Rocky.
12.
Okay, so Rocky, you hear the door to the tower down on the floor below close.
Okay.
In y'all's haste, apparently you'd left it open, and you hear it close.
Okay. Did you all hear that? Somebody either came in or somebody just left. Stay aware.
Should I get the stone out of here?
I'd keep an eye on it. Put it in a bag. What do we
I
have?
can't
Recommend that.
I'm
yes.
glancing out the arrow slits.
Stay with us for now, T. If we need to, just be prepared to run.
Oh, I don't need to run.
I will cast minor illusion of the door over the empty door, and then have Auntie Hasha go down and check things out in disbelief.
So wait, you're casting a door over. There aren't really any doors on this level. You sort of came
okay.
up through a trap.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry.
That's
So,
okay.
We'll just
specified.
we'll just have her go down and check it out, and I'll tell people
Okay.
that that's what's happening.
So Hasha goes down, and you can see through her eyes if you choose, right?
I have to take an action, and I'm blind and deaf when doing so.
Yeah. So I think she sends back. You're gonna want to see this, Rowan.
Okay, well then I will do so.
And I will just put my hand on Rowan.
Thank you. I put my hand on her hand.
Great. So you see there is a man downstairs. And this man is human looking. He's got long dark hair and dressed in robes. The most noticeable thing about him, though, is not his hair or his robes, but is that he seems to have one arm that is made of metal. It looks like some sort of a metal prosthesis, and his robes are covered in the symbols of the Zentarum.
Ooh.
And it's artfully done, and they're sort of interlocked with each other, but you can tell that these are these flying snake sigils all over it. And he's sort of standing at the door and looking towards the staircase in the center of the room, and begins walking towards it.
Okay, well I will relay that information, but then also create a silent image just so that everyone can see what he looks like.
Great, absolutely.
And that he's on his way, I think.
Can I just turn to T and just tell them to leave?
And tell what?
Tell Theron to skedaddle with the stone.
Sure.
By themselves?
Out
I mean,
the window.
it's either that or they stay here with this thing coming up the stairs. 'Cause I would assume that Rowan is telling us all as he's seeing this.
Yes, and so you turn to say that, and Rowan, you see the man stop and sort of cock his head, and then make a few quick passes and vanish.
Disappeared.
I'm still going to go, just in case he's invisible.
Yeah.
I'm
get
going to
that.
misty step to the outside with my
Okay.
vision through the arrow slit.
Okay. So that happens. What are the other four of you doing?
Annie Hasha will come back up to us, or I'll
Okay.
just I'll just make her disappear and then reappear up here.
And I will just take a defensive stance in front of Rowan with both scimitars and waiting to see if anything comes through.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what else to do unless we start running downstairs.
Rocky and Annie.
Hey, if you want, I can go down there and see if that'll make him show himself.
I don't
What do
know.
you think?
If we go down, we're all going down. We can't just send one person.
Well, I mean, you can keep an eye on me. I wouldn't mind that too much.
All right. Well, I'll just go back. Yeah. Do we want to try going down the stairs? Try to get out?
Oh, this guy. I point back to Finn.
Yeah, I'm okay with just trying to go down, and we can keep him in the back where he's protected.
Okay. So who's going down first?
I'll
Sounds
be
like
first.
Rocky. Yeah.
And I'll
Okay.
be right behind him.
Okay, great. All right, so you all get sort of onto the stair. It's pretty tall. Like I said, both of the floors of this are pretty tall. Theron it was 30 feet that you can step, right? Face step. Yeah, so you ended up like a couple of inches off the ground because it was like the tower is just that tall. So you're all in the stairwell, still sort of headed down this spiral stair. And
Stealthily?
Sorry?
Stealthily?
Sure, make dexterity stealth checks, all of you.
At least I am.
For funsies.
Yeah.
Every stealth check. Every stealth check. How is that? I'm a rogue.
How'd it go?
I got a 9.
Okay.
I'm like the mighty 9 of stealth checks.
You literally turn around and go, shh, we're being stealthy.
Guys, will you please be quiet? Oh,
about
and then
the
I
rest
just
of you
threw
just
it
for
on there
fun?
and I rolled a natural 20.
Really good.
I had 12. Nothing too exciting.
Okay.
Yeah, 16.
All right. So you're very quiet, Rowan, but not sure how much it matters. Who is right behind Rocky? Because it is a spiral staircase, and that's going to affect what's about.
I am.
Syl. Okay. So I need Rocky and Syl to make dexterity saving throws, please.
Oof.
Uh-oh. What'd
That's
you get?
16 for me.
Okay.
That's a 7.
Okay.
7 for Rocky.
You both actually fail, as from a few steps down below you, you feel all of the hair on your body stands on end for just a split second before a bolt of lightning comes crackling out of thin air and slams into Rocky, goes directly through him and into Silme behind him.
Oh my god! Well, we always wanted to die together.
It's so sad.
Right. So that is 24 points of lightning damage.
Holy shit!
Okay.
Could have rolled way better. All right.
You could have. You are
And
3
as
points
this
away from killing.
happens, if I'm not mistaken, Rocky goes tumbling, falls unconscious, goes tumbling off of the stairwell and hits the ground with a thud and a crack.
Right before he does, he just looks back and goes, Syl!
Oh my
and he tumbles down.
Oh my god!
So Rocky is lying unconscious on the floor, probably a good, 15 feet below you all, where he has just fallen. That fall is unfortunately going to pop you a couple of death fails.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
Or a death fail, I guess, because it wasn't technically a crit, since the floor
I
can't
couldn't have
crit
tried to
on
reach
you.
out to catch him.
Yeah, so a little bit of blood is trickling out from his mouth.
Yep. What was that, Syl?
Couldn't have tried to reach out and pull him back or
You
anything.
can try. He's awful heavy, but you can try. Make me another dexterity saving throw. Which I will follow with a... Well, okay, let's start with that.
13.
Okay, I'll say that you have a hand on him. Now make me a strength athletics check, because he's a big boy.
It can't be acrobatics.
No! Okay, so you manage to get a hand on him, but he yanks, and it's up to you. You can either keep hold of him and fall with him, or let him go and he can fall by himself. Your call, Syl.
How much damage will I take?
Well, that remains to be seen, but you're probably about 15 feet up in the air, so, some.
I'm fighting between what I see on my hit points and what Syl would actually do.
I know.
What would still do?
She would fall with them.
Okay, is she going to fall with him?
Yeah.
All right, take inspiration if you don't already have it.
Never let go.
If you do already have it, use the damn thing. And you take 3 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground below.
I'm out.
Okay, so the two of them are unconscious. Fortunately, Syl, you don't have an automatic death fail for taking that damage, because that damage is what knocked you out, but Rocky does. So the two of you are unconscious at the foot of the stairs.
How romantic.
I'm going to hang on to the initiatives that we had before, if you all don't mind, just to sort of move this ahead and roll this individual into it. All right. So, Theron, you are outside and at the bottom of the tower. What is your plan?
I should leave. I should go back. I'm taking off the muslin wrap, and I am wrapping the stone in it, grabbing roadkill, putting roadkill wrapped up nice and warm, shoving it all into a snowbank.
Roadkill's like, no, it's cold. It's cold.
No, you'll be warm. I promise. I have to save the others. I'll use my movement to head for the door.
And just in the background, you still hear. Okay, and you head for the door. So we'll say that you can get around to the door. Like you'll be outside the door, and you can open it up on your next turn. Silmay, make me a death save.
It's one down. Fail.
One fail. Okay, one fail. Rocky, make me a death save.
It's a fail.
Ooh, 2 fails on Rocky. Annie, you are up. Oh no, I'm sorry, you are not up. It is
Nope.
it is this individual who still is invisible, which is unfortunate for everyone involved.
Oh no. That's not good.
Can Hasha see him?
No.
No. Here's what's going to happen. So you hear some footsteps heading down the stairs. Who was behind Syl in the lineup?
It's probably either me. I don't know. What do you think?
Yeah, it's probably you.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What does he do? All right. So here's what's going to happen. He goes down the stairs. You hear some very soft muttering. And I'm going to roll this. You all can't see me doing this, but I'm rolling these to see where they're going. Okay. So you hear some muttering, and 3 darts of magical light fly out of, again, nowhere. 2 of them head directly for Annie. And Annie, they both strike you square in the chest, 1 for 5 damage and 1 for 2 damage. The 3rd dart heads directly to Rocky's body.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
There's nothing any of us can do, is there?
Oh my god.
Which will cause a 3rd death failure.
Yeah.
Does he not get advantage because he's prone? Ranged attack.
Oh,
There's no attack roll on it.
What do you
That's how that works.
Yeah.
Oh my.
So,
Yeah, go ahead.
all right. This, you said lightning, right?
Lightning was the first one. This one was it was a magic missile is what this was.
Oh, okay. So this dart comes down and it hits Rocky right in the chest, and his eyes come wide open. And he looks down at Syl's hand next to him, and he just pulls it up to his mouth and kisses it. And then he's gone.
Right. Annie, you're up.
Okay. I yell out loud. I rage.
I can't imagine why.
And how far am I up the stairs?
Say you can get down in 15 feet because that's how far I made them fall.
Okay. I want to turn to Rowan real quick and say, get him out. And then I want to run down the stairs and just yell, I have the stone. If you want it, follow me. And I try to dart out the door and try to get them all.
Great. Make me a charisma deception check. Oh, I should probably roll an insight check. There we go.
16?
Okay. Sorry, what was it?
16?
16. Okay. And you run which way? I
Where?
can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Is there only one? Oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now?
Sort of. I'm not sure what's happening. I can see that you're talking and hear you very lightly. as if you are very far away.
Okay.
Aha!
Okay. There's only one door, right?
There's only one door out of the tower, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to get him to follow me out of the tower.
Okay, great. So you run over to the tower door, throw it open, and Theron is standing right there, hand out, reaching for the door handle.
Run!
You say run. Okay, and so you're trying to get him to follow you out that way. We're still sort of barely able to hear you, so work on that before I get back to you. You're good. Okay, Rowan, you're up.
Okay, so Rowan, mouth open, is reaching out to heal Rocky when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
And he just starts kind of babbling incoherently and instead directs it over at Silme. And I'll just try to heal her as much as I possibly can.
Yep.
Annie Hasha, I'll send her down to land on Silme and heal her more.
Okay.
So that's basically all I'm doing this turn.
Yep, I got you.
So I will heal Silme a total of 17 hit points of damage.
All right. Nice heals. Okay. It is Theron's turn. Theron, Annie just threw open the door and said, run.
I am going to go invisible and just hug the wall.
Okay. Great. Inside or outside of the tower?
I'm going to be...
Outside.
Did the door open swing out or in?
The door swung in, I guess, and that's why it didn't hit you in the face.
Okay, I'm just going to... On the outside, I am going to just go visible and hug the wall.
Okay, great. Great. All right, Silme, you come to consciousness. No more death saves, 17 hit points.
Yeah.
Annie Hasha will say, you need to run. Now!
I don't know if I can. I assume I see my Rocky.
You do. So you see him next to you, and you knew that he was next to you because you fell with him.
Yeah.
And, it takes you a second because obviously somebody healed you, and it's a little confusing why someone hasn't healed Rocky yet.
Right. So Hasha tells me to run.
Mhm.
And I reach over and I grab Rocky and I shake him and I go, Rocky, we gotta go.
He's
Rocky.
dead! Run!
What?
Act! Do not think!
Is everybody gone?
Annie and Theron are gone. Rowan is still sort of making his way down the stairs.
Hasha, I can't just leave him.
It's probably all the conversational time that we have.
Yes. Yeah. You can choose to stay this round, of course. But
Yeah, I stay.
Okay, great. It is the invisible asshole's turn again. He is going to... He's going to send out 3 more darts of magic. 1 of them at 2 of them at Annie, since she is running. I rolled 2 ones, so that's a total of 4 force damage. Really cool.
Yes.
And
yes, it is.
Let me rearrange that.
Yep. Do we need to take a little quick break, Max?
Yeah, I guess we could take a break.
So we had a little technical difficulty, and I know this is a very tense moment, so I apologize, but we're going to take a really quick break just while we work on the overlay, and we'll be right back with that 3rd magic missile dart. Sorry about that, everybody. We'll be right back. All right, so we are back. If and when Jonathan's able to rectify his internet issues, we'll add him in, and there might be a few moments of weirdness here on the stream, but we're going to try and not interrupt again, and we'll just reorganize on the fly. So thank you all for your patience. We are back, and that 3rd bolt of magic missile is going to go for Hasha's invisible. Yes, Rowan?
Yes.
Okay, so it's going to go for Rowan then, and slam into him for 3 force damage. And it is Annie's turn.
Just outside the door. I'm gonna yell again as loud as I can and be like, just out to anyone that's in the area as well. Be like, I have the Stone of Golorr. Come and get it if you want it.
All right, so yelling and running at everyone and yelling. You continue to run, yes, Annie?
I don't want to get too far away because I
Sure.
don't know if they've followed me yet. So yeah, just a little further, but waiting to see if I can tell that they followed me. They're out
Great.
of the tower.
Absolutely, so just a little ways out. Rowan, are you and Hasha indeed going to follow?
Well, that's a really good question. Hasha is going to try to find this person and attack them.
Okay.
She's invisible. They're invisible. We'll see what we can do.
Great, I love that. Cool. Go ahead and... well, you saw where the darts came from, so go ahead and just make that roll with disadvantage. Oh, no, normally, because you're also
Yeah.
invisible, aren't you? I
Yeah.
love this.
I'll roll an 18.
This is where invisibility gets weird.
So I get a 23.
Well, you hit him.
All right. So that would be a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oops. That's a natural 1.
Okay. Well, then
It's going well.
you will take 5 damage or 6 damage and 7 poison damage.
Okay. And he needs to make a concentration check, which he also fails, so he pops back into view. Good lord, I
Okay.
told you all my rolls were all going to be sub 10 after that double.
No, that's good so far. All right.
He looks a little surprised about this turn of events.
Yes, he probably should. Rowan will then hex him.
Okay,
No. He'll bardic inspiration Silme.
there you go.
Get
Yes.
him! Get him now! Get him now!
All right.
Give her a D6.
And it is excellent. So you've got a D6 still for attack roll.
Hitting him.
For hitting him. Theron, it is your turn. You are still invisible on the outside. You saw Annie go barreling outside and past you.
Okay, I'm gonna peek around the corner. Has this guy become visible yet?
He is visible now, yes.
Oh god. I am, and I notice Rocky's dead body, of course.
You do, yes.
I'm out of spell slots. And if how can you lose my? Told the dead.
Okay. That's a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, wisdom of 14.
That is a 22.
And I duck back around the corner.
Okay, you do become visible.
I know.
Okay. All right. Silme,
I
you
am
are up.
fucking that guy up.
I am shocked to hear it. Do the thing.
Natural 19.
Great. So that's a hit. Take advantage on your second attack.
Take advantage on my second attack? Okay.
Yep. I'm assuming you were going to take a second attack. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
16 on the second.
16 does hit him.
Okay.
So both of them hit.
And
Is there
sneak
anybody?
attack because Hasha is right next to him.
Yes,
Threatening.
absolutely. So that is 1, 2, 3,
3d6.
4d6 plus your dex twice. I don't remember what it is.
4d6?
Yeah, 46 altogether, yeah,
Okay.
for both of the attacks. Plus, what is your dex? Plus 2?
Yeah.
Yeah, so plus 4 altogether.
12, 13, 16, 18 points of damage.
Nice. All right, he's not concentrating on anything else. No. All right.
I would like to burn an action surge.
Yep, I feel like this is the good
Yes.
time for that.
So 2 more hits. Do I get advantage on either of them?
Yeah, I was going to give it to you on your very first attack, so take it on the first one of this action surge.
16 a hit on the first one.
That'll hit.
Um,
Just furious slashing.
20 on the second.
Yes, that will hit as well.
And 4 more d6.
He's trying to get his like metal arm up to shield. He looks like he's almost even trying to like cast something as a, you know, in reaction to your attacks, but he just can't. Your fury is so great that he can't even manage to cast a reaction spell through all of this. What was the total? You don't get sneak attack on any of these.
Fuck.
Yeah, you only get it once per round or once per turn. Sorry.
All right, so just 2d6. Do you
Just
just want me to
2d6.
re-roll them?
Yeah, re-roll them and then +4.
7 points of damage.
All right, nice. Yeah, that was a solid 25 points of damage altogether. Not bad at all. Okay, next up. Go ahead.
Okay. Out of the snow, off in the distance, you hear this dum 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 as you look over and see this giant Goliath charging headlong,
What the fuck?
yelling, "You get the fuck away from her!" As he just slams right into this guy, smashing him away from Syl.
Yep. Go ahead and take advantage on your first attack as well.
Absolutely. Which is a 19 to hit. And that is for 5 damage.
Okay.
I'm going to flurry blows again on him.
Yep.
With a 7 and a 20, not a natural 20.
Yep.
So for another 6 damage, I'm just going to come in, boom, slam him with my shoulder, ideally take him to the ground, and then just come with an elbow right to the face for another 6 damage.
Sure. Are you actually trying to mock him prone? Does he need to make a save of some sort for some reason?
Yes, DC 13, dexterity.
Dexterity. Ooh, what is his dex? He might have failed. 11 on the die. Oh, he gets a 13.
That's fine.
Okay.
You touch her ever again, I'm gonna fucking massacre you.
So you all look back into the room where Rocky's body was, and you see that his body has sort of transformed into this pile of rapidly melting ice and snow.
What is going on?
His face in the background.
I just want to curl up and eat ice cream right now.
You and your
I'm
milk
so
products.
Sorry, it was breaking my heart, but I couldn't let this happen any sooner.
Yeah.
Also, I'm an idiot. I'm not level 2 fighter. I don't have accent shirt.
It's okay. For that moment, I'm
It was
fine.
epic. It was fine. It was fine. It was fine.
I'm fine with it. Okay, that was Rocky. Unfortunately, now it is this guy's turn, and he is not well pleased with what's happening.
Well, right back
Neither
out.
are we,
Sure, sure.
fuckface.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's fair. I think he's going to. Let's see. So the two of you are in there. So unfortunately, I think
We're
he's
all
going to
gonna
get out
die.
a little metal rod again, and you feel the hair on the back of your neck and on your head stand up again. I need the two of you to make dexterity saving throws once
Oh,
again.
for the love of... I'm so afraid of all of my dice.
Now, Syl, I have given you an inspiration point.
Yes,
but
you
do not
have.
have
Yeah,
it.
and
So,
you,
like-
and you have bardic inspiration still.
Right, which you can use on saves. Rocky, you also, I don't know if you had inspiration, but for that whole little moment, you absolutely have some inspiration.
Sure.
Is anti-Hasha affected?
Oh,
It's
interesting
probably hard to
question.
get 3
Yeah,
people
I don't
in
think
one.
so, and I think he's less concerned about the is she in Raven form at this point?
Yes.
Yeah,
I
think he's
used
gonna go
the
for the people.
inspiration, and
Okay.
I went from a 1 to a natural 20.
Yes.
You need a
All right,
ring.
so you save. Rocky, how about you?
21.
Those
Oh.
both save. So you will both take half of this really shitty damage roll.
Thank God. You mean not the 19 million points that you gave us last time?
I mean, it was still 20, so you each take 10 lightning damage.
10 like well, 20 would have put me
I-
out.
I will Stone's Endurance.
Yes, which you do still have because you
Yeah.
really use it, of course.
And so when this happens, I'm just going to go, not this time. I'm just going to come with another smash just on top of him.
Great.
I am fucking shaking.
I'm sorry, but I'm really not. It was beautiful. All right, Annie, you are up. You hear behind, like you're running out. Run! I have the run! And then you see Rocky run by you into the thing, and you just hear the sounds of battle being joined.
What the? And I turn around and I run back in.
All right.
And if I can attack, I will totally attack this.
I think you can probably get within line of sight, so you can attack at range, but I don't think you can make it all the way up to him this round.
At range.
I don't know if you have anything that can be thrown. I don't remember.
My axes can be thrown.
Oh yeah, you can throw your axes, absolutely. Also, we're a little rough on the sound again, so I'm going to hear as best I can and then repeat what you say to the audience.
I'm eating my microphone.
I know you are. I don't think it's the proximity. I think there's something else. But anyway.
Yeah, okay. I'm going to attack with my hand axes. So
I think I figured out what the problem is. I think your sound setting is set. Your preferences in Zoom are set to automatically adjust the microphone settings.
I will change it after this.
Hey, that was loud.
All right. So one is an 18 plus 5 to hit.
That'll do.
The other one is a 12 to hit.
That will not.
Okay. 6 plus 3 plus 2. 9.
So you are no longer raging because you went more than one round without attacking a hostile creature. Yeah.
Not the plus 2, so just 9 damage.
All right,
Doesn't
9.
actually res itself.
Holy gods! It just gets him right in the shoulder and sticks there.
Yep.
Really threw that thing. All right, fantastic. That is Annie, Rowan, and Hasha. Y'all are up.
Okay, so Rowan is like switching from tears of horrible sobbing sadness to tears of joy. He's like trying to wipe his face, and his wounds are making his face kind of bloody, and he's just overwhelmed. And he will say, "Yeah, get him!" And it will hex the individual, hex his strength as a bonus action.
Yep.
Hasha will then attack with her reaction, and then give Syl the help action. So Hasha, he's not prone, is he?
Oh, I see. Yes, I understand.
Yeah,
he is. Yeah, I got you. Yeah, he is not prone. No.
Okay. Hasha will miss.
Okay.
So that's it for me.
Okay, but still has advantage on her first attack next round. All right, fantastic. Theron, we are back to you. Bunch of people ran out. Bunch of people ran in.
I'm going to run past the door. I'm going to aim my fingers, another finger bang into the door with fire.
It's empty.
Okay.
I've got that South Park song stuck in my head. I'm not going to sing it. So this one's an attack roll on my part, plus 6. Only a 15.
So that is heading right for him, and he raises his hand and holds up his palm, and it just intersects with this, your attack intersects with this glittering magical shield that pops up in front of him. Anything else, Theron?
I'm still running. I'm running back to collect roadkill.
Okay. Really good. Syl, you are up. You have advantage on your first attack.
All right, let's do it. Seriously?
Oh dear.
I rolled outside of my box, so can I just re-roll it?
You have
I rolled 2 ones in a row.
Oh,
Yeah,
I
inspiration.
double crit and you double crit fail. All right, that's okay because that just means the first attack misses. You still have a second attack.
Yeah.
Also, Syl is definitely still shaking. Like,
yeah, no, I still shaking. Alex is shaking. 13.
13 does not hit him. It just rebounds off of some sort of magical armor or shield that he has up. Anything else, Syl May?
I don't have anything. I already used Hellish Rebuke, but he hasn't damaged me recently.
Correct.
So, I'm in his face, and I will stay in his face. I hurt. I'll go, ow! If anybody wants to help.
Amazing. Rocky, you're up.
Okay, so I think if Syl's saying, like, ow and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Get him, boyfriend.
He'll just be like, get out of here, I'll handle him. And he's just gonna he's still standing, right?
He is still standing, yes. Despite everyone's best efforts.
Right, yeah. I'm gonna do my best to stop that again with a nice big Spartan kick to the fucking chin.
Do the thing.
Yes.
With a 23 to hit.
That's gonna hit.
For 5 damage. I'm gonna use yet another key point. Do that again.
Do it.
With a 18 to hit and
that
a 14.
does not hit. The 18 and the 14 both rebound off of this magical shield.
Does he have inspiration?
I do have an inspiration.
You have an inspiration.
I will use one. I will use it. And that is a 24.
That will connect, yes.
How about that one? All right. For another 5 damage, and I'm going to try and knock him prone.
All right.
Again.
That's a strength or a dex save?
Dexterity 13.
Okay. Nope, that's a 16.
Okay. I'll keep trying.
All right. As you sort of do that final punch, it just shatters through his magical shield because it goes away at the top of his turn anyway, so that's a cooler effect. And let's see. It is his turn, and he is just not thrilled. So he is... So look over at Silme and just sort of shake his head and say, "You think that you can defeat me?" And he is going to point his finger at you, and I need you to make me a wisdom saving throw, please. Because we all know how good you are at those.
Nope. 5.
Okay, so you see Silme begin to sort of vibrate a little bit, and all of a sudden she shrinks down, and there is a small lizard where Silme
Oh my god!
and he walks over because he's not very far from you because he's right next to you because you were attacking him, right?
I'm about to die, aren't I?
So he picks you up,
Yep.
little lizard you, and puts you in his pocket.
Oh, that's nice. Do I at least have fangs? Can I fucking bite him?
I mean, you can try, I guess.
When he moves, does that provoke?
So he didn't actually have to move to pick Sil up, but I do think he's going to try to move to try to leave now that he has one of you. So yes, the two of you who are Hasha and Rocky can make.
Hasha can take attacks like that.
Oh, right, correct. But Rocky can.
Yeah, I would love to.
Rocky, save me.
But that's going to be a whopping 7. That one's no good.
So he just dodges right out of the way and continues on towards the door. Unfortunately, Annie is a little bit in his way, and she's up next.
Yeah. So I still have the 1x. And I rage.
Shocking.
And I will attack him with the 1x.
Yes, you will. He did remove the other from his shoulder and toss it across the room.
Oh, dang it, I was gonna grab it. Oh. That's a 13 to hit.
Oh fuck.
That's not going to do it. He seems to have some sort of a magical armor. Even now that the shield was shattered by Rocky, there's still some sort of magical protection around him. And you just see it flash a sort of wintry blue color as your axe just slides right off of it.
But then I just stay there and I get as big as I can.
Absolutely, you do. It is Rowan's turn.
Can I make an Arcana check to know what it is that he just did and how it works?
Absolutely, you can. Yep.
All right. I will get a 20.
Yes, you have heard tell. The bards in your family know the polymorph spell.
So I am correct in thinking that if Auntie Hasha was to say take an attack at the lizard in his pocket, that it would pop Silme back into being?
It might very well, yes. That would also be really funny.
So Annie Hasha is going to try to do that. Is it possible for her to just bite without using poison, or it's kind of weird? Maybe like it really does not want to.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think so.
Yeah. Can she just try to grab the pocket with the lizard in it and fly off? Or
Yeah, that I'll buy. That's a
Okay.
She can do a sleight of hand for that. I like that actually.
Okay.
Yeah. And then she
well-
can just drop it from a great height.
well, Rowan will give Hasha his bardic inspiration.
That feels like a really solid plan.
Yeah. So that's how that's gonna go.
Yep.
Because she will roll a 4.
Oh,
can I use my inspiration to re-roll her die?
Absolutely, you can.
That's better.
Okay, good.
So then that so I'll get a total of a 21.
Okay, yes, absolutely. Hasha can just duck and dive and grab Lizard Silme.
And then she'll, I don't know, drop her enough that she takes a point. Like, just enough.
So she just
damage.
flies up,
Flies up.
drops her. Go ahead and
Drop
roll a
her.
d6.
Oh.
6.
Cool. So one of those gets hit, does the lizard in. So you hear just sort of a wet sort of splat as the lizard hits the ground and splats. 1 hit point of damage to turn Syl back into Syl, and then Syl, you take the other 5. But you're Syl again.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
Hasha definitely, like, she only flew up 10 feet, but she didn't just drop her. She sort of like,
Yeah,
swung her.
there was momentum.
Yeah.
Might be like a Super Bowl football, like
Yeah.
My bad.
Really good. Really, really good.
points.
All right. So
Oh my
Theron,
God.
you are up next, and you're heading over to retrieve the stone and roadkill, right?
Well, seeing that he is coming out the door, I do not want him to see where I'm going.
Well, he's not coming out the door yet. He's still inside,
And Annie's in the way.
and Annie is
Okay.
very much in the way. Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to. Well, first looking over my shoulder after hearing this thump, and I'm going to fling a double healing at Syl's direction, seeing her laying in the snow like Loki after Hulk smash. And
Oh, I assume you dropped her inside. You can still see her. That's fine. You
inside?
can-
Oh, okay. I
Yeah,
thought
but
it
I
was
think
outs-
she's still inside the tower. Yes, right, Hasha?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought he'd exited and she
Oh.
dragged him. Never mind. I won't
No,
worry
she's
about
not out. He's not out yet.
He did
Yeah.
say that you could still see me though.
it. Okay, so that's 9 points of heal.
All right.
That's
And-
thank you.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over, grab roadkill, and I'm going to. My goal now is to get to the opposite side of the tower where I can't be seen.
Okay, so it'll probably take you the rest of this round to like dig out where you stashed them, and then you can start moving. You can like hide roadkill in the stone within your robes or whatever, and then next round you start moving.
Yeah.
Silme,
It's my turn.
it is your turn.
Ooh, I'm still going at him.
All
Two.
right.
Is Hasha on me?
Hasha is not on you.
Yes.
Hasha dropped you.
Oh, dropped you. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Totally fair.
All right. I'm going at him. First hit is going to be a 15.
That does hit. Is he gonna? Nah, it doesn't. He's gonna cast his shield again.
God.
We have no idea what this is. we just do not appreciate how screwed we are.
The second one definitely doesn't hit because I rolled a 3.
Okay,
So,
so you just batter away at this magical shield that he throws up.
and
and it
I
doesn't.
know he might. I really don't like being close to him because I really don't want to be turned into a lizard again. But I also can't run away without him, I assume, getting some form of attack on me.
That is probably true.
I will just stay in his space then. So if he runs away from me, I get an attack opportunity on him.
Okay, great. Rocky.
I'm gonna come up to him, which I guess is behind him now, right?
Yeah, sort of.
Yeah, all right. And I'm gonna just go. We're gonna play a different game now, and I'm gonna try
Oh,
and
dear.
grapple him.
Yes.
Okay.
Your strength is
Uh,
hexed.
Yeah, well, he's definitely going to use his dexterity.
Well, that's fine.
He's a spellcaster. His strength is shite.
Well, that was what I was hoping.
Yeah, you got me there.
Didn't matter. What'd you get?
Didn't matter. Well then,
I mean,
well, it was
It might have mattered if you rolled
not that
really
impressive.
What'd you get on your strength athletics check?
15.
Okay, yeah, he got an 8, so he's grappled.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So I go, yep, we're going to play a different game. And I sort of grab him and pull him back, and then I'm going to do another key point, do 2 more attacks on him.
That'll do.
Okay, and that is a 21 and a 23, respectively.
Those will both hit, despite his shield.
For 7 plus 5 damage as I just bash him in the back of the head with 2 more elbows.
All right, and he is starting to really get a little desperate about this whole thing.
And I want to try and knock him prone again.
All right.
Yet again.
Nope.
Technically, that's 2 checks on each of them.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
21 and a 16.
Okay, those both pass.
Sorry.
That's all right. I'll keep trying. Don't worry.
Absolutely. It's his turn, and he's sort of had it. So he's going to, let's see. He's going to lock eyes with you, Annie. That is not the spell that I am interested in. This is. Okay, he's going to lock eyes with you, Annie. And I need you to make a... No, I don't need you to make anything. Tell me what you are thinking about right now, knowing that he's in front of you. This whole battle is going on. Theron was behind you, firing off spells and running away. So what's sort of first and foremost in your mind?
First and foremost is in my mind. I think I have a quick thought of, I said we should run, but nope. And then that he needs to go down. He needs to stop talking.
And he sort of growls in frustration and narrows his eyes at you, but that is all he will do this round, I think. Yes. Okay. It is your turn now, Annie.
Yeah. Having that thought, I will attack him with my axe.
Is it at advantage because he's grappled?
No, restrained grants advantage, but not grappled.
He just can't move. He just can't move.
23 to hit.
Yes, that will do.
5 plus 3 is 8. I'm raging to 10 points of damage across his throat.
All right. It does. He's bleeding. He's looking a mess. It is Rowan's turn.
Well, I guess that Annie Hasha is going to go in and try to help out with the kill. She will miss, but she will help Silme on her first attack. And Rowan will cast Expeditious... I'll just move down for people.
Great. Yeah. Fantastic. All right. So Hasha's attacking and missing, and Rowan is running, and we're back up to Theron. So Theron, you now have the stuff, and you can run to the other side of the tower. That's the goal.
Summer in me wants to go back and just start wailing on this guy, but the fact that we fought so far to get to this thing, I want to take off running into the city from the other side of the tower.
Okay, great. So you do. Silme, you're up.
All right, 2 hits. I'm gonna pick
do the thing
because you've been. The first one's a natural 19.
Okay, that's gonna hit.
23 on the first one. And that was with my advantage, so I'll just move on to the second one.
Good.
13.
13 doesn't hit. It hits that magical armor that he seems to have surrounding him at all times. But you got one good hit in, and you get your sneak on it. Which is
2d6 plus my d6 for my scimitar.
Correct. Plus 2.
That is...
So the scimitars flash, and one of them grazes him across the cheek, and he sort of puts his
13 points of damage.
Woo! All right. He is not pleased. Rocky, he's in your grip. What you gonna do?
I want to keep him there, but I also want to knock him in the brain pan. Actually, you know what I would maybe like to do more is actually try to get a hand over his mouth, if you think I could do that. Or having restrained his arms so that he can't do somatic components.
Grappler feet.
Interesting. I like it. So yes, let's say that it's another athletics check, and it's another grapple check, we'll say.
Okay.
Like it, so I'm gonna let it happen. Ooh, that's
a 24.
20. Oh, you still beat him. He only gets a 22. Okay,
Take
so
that
down
to 20.
now which do you want? I'm going to say you have to choose somatic or verbal.
I think verbal, right? That probably affects more
It's up to
things.
you.
I'm thinking verbal. I'm going for
Okay.
verbal.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say,
I
you
will
all
say
get
that
outta
doing
here.
that, it's going to make it really difficult for you to attack him at this point.
okay, I'll buy that. I'm gonna say, you all get out of here. He and I have a score to settle.
Ooh, sexy.
Cool. This is all very unexpected. It's his turn. So, Annie, now I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Come on, Annie. Come on.
15?
Sorry?
15?
Okay. So, you feel a presence sort of slither deeper into your mind, and images of Theron holding the stone and teleporting out of the tower come unbidden to the forefront of your mind. And you feel a sort of satisfaction as the presence withdraws from your mind. Now, unfortunately, Rocky, or fortunately for you, you definitely picked the correct components to keep him from using. It was very unfortunate. He really wanted to misty step away.
You're staying with
So
me.
And that was his action. So I think he's just gonna like try kind of writhe a little bit, but he won't really. It took too much of his focus to pry that thought out of Annie's head. So he's not gonna be able to do anything else this turn at the moment. So Annie, we are up to you.
All right. Do I know what just happened?
Make me an intelligence arcana check.
Isn't it with dead tech thoughts? If they choose to probe deeper, you let the person know that it's happening.
Oh, probably.
I think
But
that's only if
does
they
she knows-
pass their saves.
Either way.
Doesn't matter because I got a natural 20.
Okay, you know everything. You know that he probed into your mind and pulled out that memory.
Yeah, I'm like, shake my head off and be like,
Nope, either way.
and go, you don't go into my mind, and I swing
Oh, boy.
again.
Oh boy.
I don't even like being there.
Yes.
That is a 20, 21 to hit,
That'll do.
and 7 damage.
All right. Oof, y'all. All right. Rowan, you're up.
Annie Hasha will attack.
Yep.
She'll get a 13 unless he's prone or anything. No.
He's not. I don't think he's not
so-
really restrained. He
miss.
can't make. Yeah.
And narratively speaking, Rowan is running up and like, but he like can't hurt anybody. So
Yep, absolutely.
it's completely ineffectual.
I love everything about
but
it.
he's super into it and really angry.
Absolutely.
Never been this upset.
Absolutely. Theron, you are up and still running, yeah?
Help Silme.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I'm dashing, and my goal is to get to the Steam and Steel Forge.
Okay, great. You're in the castle ward, not super far away, but it'll take a little while. But we will keep that in mind. Silme, you are up.
Okay. First hit is a 17.
17 does hit him, and he cannot cast shield without being able to duck.
Perfect. And then second hit is a 19.
That also hits because he cannot cast shield because he is unable to duck.
So 4d4. 4d6. Wow.
Plus 4.
It's a night.
10, 12, 15, 17, 19 points of damage.
19. Oh, this feels like poetic justice. You stab him right in the heart.
Whoa.
And he begins to sort of slump in Rocky's hand, and then sort of all at once also turns to rapidly melting ice and snow and just slushes out of Rocky's hand. And as he does, you hear sort of his body as it transforms. You hear him sort of hiss out a light, soft laugh and say, "I will find you."
Can I make an Arcana check?
You can.
I get a 21.
So both Rocky and this creature were products of simulacrum spells. Neither of them were the real people that they appeared to be. I will also...
I'm sorry. I just want to
allow all of you in the tower right now to make intelligence history checks.
17.
17.
9.
Uh,
13.
there we go.
Okay. All right. So the two of you who got 17s, there's something familiar about a mage with a metal hand, but that's you can't bring up anything in particular to mind. You just you feel like you've heard something about that before, but you're not really sure. Yeah. What are the four of you doing? 5 of you with Asha.
No, I'd turn around to everybody and I'd be like, here in my mind, he knows Theron has it. We gotta go after Theron now. We have to go protect him. He knows Theron has it. Go, come on.
Well, no, wait. He wasn't real. We killed the fake construct. The real person is off somewhere completely different and probably doesn't know what just happened.
Do
Are
they
you
know?
sure?
Don't they know? They share memories, don't they?
Simulacrums generally don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, they shouldn't know. Unless they're, I mean, they could have been scrying or in some sort of telepathic connection. I just don't know. But
Well,
going after Theron right now is probably the worst thing that we can do because we might be leading him right to him. We need to take stock of this situation right here, and I can send Auntie Hasha invisibly to go find Theron.
all right, do it. Just tell me.
Some will walk over to Rocky, grab him by the shirt, give him a huge kiss, and go, "You do not leave me ever again. Do you hear me?"
Oh yeah. Rowan glues himself to his leg.
Oh.
And he says, what the heck was that, man?
He was a simulacrum too.
Wait, what is that?
Yeah.
It's like the Nimblewright, except it's made out of ice, and it's just a really powerful magical spell, and it recreates a person just like you, and they have all of your powers and stuff. But if you kill them, they can't heal and they turn to snow.
So when did this happen, Rocky?
Well, before all of these questions happen,
Yep.
Estelle comes up and plants a big one on him.
Yep.
At first, he's going to be wide-eyed and just going and then he'll eventually come back and return it, and then he'll come back and be like, "What did I do to earn that?"
Well, I'll tell you. You know.
You have some explaining to do, big man.
Yeah. That son of a bitch, whatever he is, whoever he is, he's something to do with the Zins.
You probably heard his name at some point in the last 3 days, Rocky. His name, no one ever referred to him by anything other than his first name, and he is called Manshoon.
Manshoon with an N? Okay.
Which, for the two of you who remembered something about a mage with an iron hand, also sort of tugs at your memories.
Oh yeah.
You're closer to remembering something, but still not quite there.
I just have him down as dick bag.
The Fu Manchu.
So remember when the house, when you were in the house still, and then I killed that guy. Well, the short story is I went out drinking, and the Zins caught up to me. They didn't take too kindly to me killing one of their own right in front of the guards like that. So it took a lot of them, but they roughed me up and they took me in, and I've been there for 2 or 3 days or something, in just a cell with them. I don't know too much more than that, but I knew this son of a bitch was out here doing something, and when I finally got a chance to get out, I started trying to track you guys down and help you out. I knew it was going to be trouble.
You don't understand, Rocky. I just watched you die.
I don't understand. I'm right here.
We saw someone who looked exactly like you die, and right in front of us, we thought you were dead.
Saw someone. He's been with us apparently for the past 3 days instead of the real Rocky.
No. Yeah, that was a simulacrum. It was exactly like Rocky, except that explains how they were able to find this place. They put a plant with us, and that's how they knew. But it wasn't the real Rocky.
So wait, they made a me out of snow?
Yes, they did.
Those sons of bitches!
How dare they use snow?
And he died. He died right in front of me. I thought it was you. You were dead. You were dead, and then you weren't.
Well, I'm sorry to scare you like that, but you should know this by now, Syl. I'm invincible.
I'll give him another kiss.
No, their love is beautiful. You be quiet.
Hasha, you're just jealous.
Yeah, I'm with you on this, Hasha. They need to just yep.
No, Hasha. I think that their children will be strong. This will go well for the family.
Whoa.
Amazing.
Whoa, what are we talking
think
about?
over
We're
the
not talking about
medium
kids.
long term, it's good to have lots of plans in the making.
Oh god.
Great.
Please
I'm
carry
loving
on.
me some feelings. What are we doing next?
Well, we're sending Hasha to go find
Yeah.
Right.
Theron.
And what are the rest of you all doing now that you've had this little conversation?
I figured we'd head back to the spirits.
Do we need to tell the watch about the dead cultists and the
Yeah.
weird
No. We need to report this in, and we need to make sure that the watch is apprised of all this. And this is probably a good thing to tell your boss with the gray cloaks, gray guard, gray force.
Gray hand.
I don't know. I'm really scattered right now.
Really good.
A lot has happened.
You all can sort of take a little while. Hasha will go and catch up to Theron and ensure you that they're okay. And you all can sort of deal with informing the proper authorities. Now, Theron, you wanted to go to Avi and Embrick's shop.
Yes.
To do what?
I'll walk on in if it's open.
Yeah, you guys went over pretty early in the morning, so yeah, it'll be open.
Yeah, I had to interrupt that post-breakfast sacrifice and such.
Right.
So,
And I will also tell you, sorry, it's a lovely intro, but that on your way you have been hearing these whispers and you can't quite make out what they're saying, but you begin to, by the time you arrive at Alvi and Embrick's, you realize that they are coming from the stone. You just can't quite make them out, but they really are sort of drawing you to the stone. Yeah, okay, carry on.
so Embrick, Avi, anyone here?
So they look over to you and you're a mess. You're out of breath. You are, covered in snow from digging to retrieve roadkill in the stone. And did you take any damage, you little shit?
I did. I got hit by the snake, and I get hit by one of those spears.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so you're also kind of bloody.
You little shit. Tell us how you really feel about us, Eugenio.
So both Avi and Embrick's eyes just go really wide. Avi immediately rushes over to you and brings you in. He sort of sits you in a chair and brings you something warm to drink. And Embrick's like, "What in the hell happened to you?"
Long story. Rowan would probably be the better person to say it. He could probably get it out of the way in a minute.
Nope.
Seconds.
But I kept coming. I hold up the thing in my hand. This is talking to me, and I need it to shut up.
They're both sort of not really sure what it is, but if it's talking to you, they are wary of it.
Do you have any kind of a box that'll block magic things? Lead or a really thick stone, just something to block this.
So they think about it for a minute, and Embrick sort of heads off down into their forge and comes back out with a heavy, it's not very big, but it is a heavy box. You can see by the way he's carrying it, and brings it over and says, "This ought to do the trick."
Okay. And in it goes.
Okay, well, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, okay. My favorite.
Aaron dies.
Aaron's brain explodes.
For a moment, I was like, yay, 21, but that's not a number. It's a 12.
Oh.
Yay, dyslexia.
So You are like, yes, I'm going to put it in here, and you reach out to put it in, and your hand just won't open.
Do I
you
fit in the
realize
box?
that, no, you don't want to get rid of it. Like, whatever it's whispering to you must be really important.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
So
craving
maybe
it.
you shouldn't. Maybe you shouldn't put it away. Is your thought process?
Could we borrow that and get it put on a sled? But I'm going to take it back. I'm Theron, by the way. You met me in my other form. But yes, this is a different form, and I work it.
Avi sort of nods and says, "Well, I just thought you got a haircut, but yes, good to see you again, Theron."
May I borrow this and take it on sled back to the fighting spirits? I'm going to carry this for now. See what it has to say.
And Embrick sort of stands and he heads over to like their little like sales counter and he's like, yeah, that'll be, and Avi sort of elbows him and she goes, yes. He goes, yes, of course you can take it. Bring it back whenever you're done with it. And he sort of gives Embrick a look and Embrick sort of grunts and says, well, all right, fine, yes. But bring it back.
So I'll exit the store with the dragon, the lead case, and I'm going to look at the stone and go, all right, what do you have to say for yourself?
And it continues lots. No, it continues to sort of whisper at you. But the longer you sort of focus on it, the closer and closer you get to being able to make out the words. And if you do, so you can either make one more wisdom save to try and like break out of its alluringness, or you can just sit down and spend an hour and attune to it and understand its whispers.
How big is the lead box?
Just big enough for this thing, actually. It's perfectly sized. It's like it was made for it.
Okay.
Yes. So, well, actually, let's see what Theron says before I make this announcement. Go ahead.
I'm going to go sit in an alley, and I'm assuming attuned to this thing.
Okay, great. So, at this point, if you are a player in one of the other Dragon Heist streams, now might be a good time in terms of spoilery things for you to bid us adieu for the evening. Some of the things that Theron is going to learn are going to have bearing on all of the other streams. So thank you for joining us. And if you are a player in one of the other streams and are concerned about spoilers, see you later. For the rest of us, though, so I will give them just a moment while, well, actually, so the rest of you will inform the proper authorities and then head back to the Fighting Spirit, the rest of you?
Yeah.
I never let go of Rocky.
Great. I do think it's going to take you a while to do all of that. So actually, Theron will probably finish attuning and gain this information after you all have returned to the Fighting Spirit. So you all get back there without Theron. But has Hasha stayed with Theron this whole time?
Yes. It's probably for the best. And I'll occasionally check in through the
Sure. So while you all were sort of going about, there were moments where you were out of range of immediate communication, but like you could sort of, she could fly places and you walked places. And so you sort of know what's going on. And the last report was that Theron had walked into an alley and sort of sat down and just is holding this thing and staring at it.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's not unlike Theron.
Yeah.
That's
so, yeah, right?
That fits.
I actually stop at, I'm going to go into an alley and just sit down.
Right, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so Theron, you spend about an hour just focusing on this crazy thing, and its whispers become more deeper and deeper voiced and more clear to you until eventually you hear a voice that says, well, little one, I think we're going to make excellent partners.
Oh, shit.
And it begins to send you visions. And the first vision, you're sort of flying over the city of Waterdeep. And you can see the whole city arrayed out underneath you in the snow. It's absolutely gorgeous. And you sort of fly over the city of the dead, the large graveyard section of Waterdeep. And you dive down and you're wending through the paths of the city of the dead. And you come upon this beautifully built mausoleum. And above the door of the mausoleum is the name Brandath. And you sort of go down go down into this. You pass through the doors, which are closed. You pass through the doors down into the mausoleum, and you're going straight, like you're going to smack into this wall of rubble. But you pass directly through this wall and head down, and you get to these enormous double doors. And three things begin to pop into your mind. You hear this voice say, 3 keys are required of you. Heavy their weight may be, but you have them all, you and your friends. The first key is a secret kept that must become a secret told. The second key is a secret unknown that will become a secret no more. The third key is something unhidden that must become a secret forevermore. And you pass at this point, like your sight sort of dissolves, and you can tell that you're passing beyond these doors, but you're not entirely sure. Like unlike before, where you were you could see the path that you were walking, the sight darkens and then gets brighter again, and you find yourself in this enormous vault that is just piled high with treasure, gold coins. There is a figure that you just can't quite get a good look at. They stand in the shadows, but also they are somehow sort of your vision, your sight sort of slides off of them as you try to get a better look. But a name comes unbidden to your mind, and the name is Aurinax. And you know that this is this figure's name. And you see that this figure holds a staff. And this staff, is the staff of Agaron, which is a staff that is tied to the dragon wards of Waterdeep. There are ancient protections laid upon the city of Waterdeep that prohibit dragons from entering the city's boundaries by any means. But any draconic creature that is touched by this staff is granted passage through the wards and allowed into the city. The staff itself also has other abilities that give you protection from the spells and breaths of dragons, and allow you to cast spells that can control and command dragons.
Badass.
And then the vision sort of fades and darkens again, and you open your eyes, and you are in the alleyway in the cold, and you know the way to the vault of dragons, to the vault of the dragon horde. You know the keys, well, sort of. You know something about the keys required to enter, and you know something of what lies inside. And I believe that is where we are going to wrap up for this week.
Holy shit.
I knew it. I knew you were going to end it there.
Damn.
Because you like the cliffhangers.
Because I love a cliffhanger, and because we're at 9:35 and we try and aim for about 2 hours.
Awesome.
So we all level up for beating Monsoon, right? Like that's thing.
It really feels like you should, so I'm gonna think on it, because that was now his simulacrum was a significantly lower CR than the real
of
Monsoon.
course.
But even so, I'm gonna have to think on that.
I'm exhausted.
Yes, as am
I'm going
I.
to get so drunk after this.
Well, thanks everybody, players and viewers alike. Those of you who are left with us who are not playing in the other streams, thank you so much. That was a lot. Next week, Monday, 7:30, is our finale of Waterdeep Dragon Heist. We will be finishing up this storyline next week, so do not miss it. In the meantime, Thursday night at 8:30 Eastern, Friday night at 8:30 Eastern, Saturday. What the hell time is Corey's stream? I never see the stream. Is it 12:30 or 12?
12:30,
Anybody?
12:30. 12:30.
Saturday at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. Those are the other 3 teams. Check them out. The stories are going to begin to, in some ways, converge again before the finale. So don't miss any of those. Thank you so much for watching. Let's go around. Once again, introduce ourselves. Let us know where you can find us online. Tell us your favorite moment from tonight. Yes, I'm going to make one, if at all possible. Let's start in the other direction tonight. So we're going to start with Alex. I'm so sorry.
Hi, everyone. My name is Alexander Gaston. You can find me on Twitter at Crit Charisma. You can also find me on Instagram or Twitch at Hal Daggers. I guess favorite part of tonight was finding out Rocky wasn't actually dead.
Yep.
I'm so tired. I was heartbroken. I am not okay.
Yeah.
But that was an amazing game, and I'm so happy Rocky's not dead. Because
Awesome.
I just was like, I'm gonna die.
Me too. Max, your turn.
There is no Max, only Zool.
Galore.
Galore. Max can be found at pretty much anything doing with variant roles. Max D20 on Twitter, and my favorite part of the night was how I didn't snap my fingers and kill a kid.
That was definitely a high point. Steven.
I am Stephen Rowe, I think. I'm still a little flustered. You can find me at Twitter. I'm at Right Row. I would say that my favorite point of the night was when the tide turned, and we really I was sitting there thinking that we were just done, and it was just gonna be a blowout. Then we were gonna wake up somewhere, but then Hasha broke his invisibility.
Yeah, that was huge.
And then Silve jumped in, and it felt like there was just that's the sort of moment in Dungeons and Dragons that I play this game for.
Yeah,
and
definitely.
Absolutely.
It was fantastic.
Yeah, definitely. Jonathan.
Hey.
Hey. Who are you?
I don't even know who I am anymore. Simulacrum one day, you never know.
Yeah.
I'm Jonathan Cox. You can find me at Red Hand Roleplay on Twitter. It's our actual play podcast with our West Marches game that we do. New episode, new session starting tonight whenever I get it done and out. My favorite moment was on the staircase, of course, when Rocky gets hit and he's about to tumble over.
Mm-hmm.
I, of course, knew what was going to happen.
Right.
And then Alex Syl goes over with him. And
You're gonna make me cry.
Woof. That was outstanding. Amazing choice, Alex. That was great.
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Absolutely.
Last but most certainly not least, Miss Allison. I almost called you Annie. That's not your real name.
Close enough. Allison, you can find me on Twitter at Letica05, and also with Jonathan, Red Hand Roleplay. I play Ludmilla on that one. She's also a half-orc barbarian. But oh gosh, favorite moment of the night. Ooh, I like how I, as the barbarian, decided the best option was to run away to try to draw.
I was thinking that the whole time. I was like, okay.
Well, she couldn't see him; he was invisible, and I was like, "Well, I'm probably not going to hit him because there's no way." So I was like, "I'll just make him follow me," and then Rocky runs by her, and everybody else is fighting, and it's like, "Okay,
there we go."
Yep.
Yes. And I am Eugenio Vargas, also known as your friendly neighborhood dungeon master, DM Jazzy Hands from the actual play podcast, The Last Refuge. You can find my personal Twitter account at Eugenio_Vargas. Spelling is right below me. You can follow The Last Refuge at DND Last Refuge. We have a new episode coming out on Wednesday. And if any of you do listen to the show or want to start listening to the show, we are also a week from yesterday are going to be recording a sort of Q&A couple of episodes with the cast. And if we have time, we would love to include some Q&As from our listeners. So you can email us any questions that you have about our show at dndlastrefuge@gmail.com. We'd love to be able to include some of those. My favorite moment of tonight actually was just the whole build-up, because Jonathan and I have been talking about that moment for a while. And I wasn't really sure exactly when or how it was going to happen. I actually expected it to happen upstairs with the Bay Knights, but you all sort of tore through them, so that wasn't to be. But yeah, God, that was better than I could have ever imagined.
Yes.
Thanks, everybody. That was awesome. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't yet, click follow on the channel because we do have 7 more sessions of Dragon Heist with all the teams, right? 3 more this week and 4 next week. So you don't want to miss any of those. But also, we have begun the planning stages for some plans for future programming that I don't want to say too much about yet because we don't really know what's going to happen exactly. But there's some exciting stuff on the horizon. So you definitely don't want to miss out on that. Follow @VariantRolls on Twitter. Follow the channel here if you are willing and able. Subscribe to the channel here. That helps us out a ton. You can also head to patreon.com/variantrolls and become a patron. All of that is just going to help us make the programming for what comes in the future even better. So do all of that. You can reach out to any of us throughout the week. We are absolutely going to talk about this show throughout the week amongst each other. So feel free to join in on that conversation. We will see you all next week. Same time, same place, 7:30 p.m. on Monday here at twitch.tv/variantrolls. Check us out for the finale. Very exciting. Thank you all. Have a good night and happy gaming.
Bye.
Bye.